and it deals with agriculture and international trade. And let me give the rapporteur the floor for 4 minutes. Thank you, President. During a time when the EU is examining the future of the CAP, the guaranteeing of consistency between agricultural policy and international trade policy is ever more important. The European agricultural sector is increasingly called upon to produce public goods through standards of safety, quality, environmental protection and animal welfare which are extremely high. It's therefore natural that importers of agricultural products should provide the same guarantees. During the WTO negotiations, the EU has for a long time, and to a certain extent still has been, on the defensive as far as agriculture is concerned. However, some observations need to be made in relation to certain misconceptions which have failed to take into account just how radically the CAP has been reformed. The Union has drastically cut, compared with its other main trade partners, the support that has led to market distortion. It's also unilaterally proceeded to drastic cuts on export refunds, while its competing partners are continuing to make extensive use of other kinds of export incentives. Also, the EU is the largest world importer of agricultural produce from developing countries. The European Union has already made an exceptionally generous offer in agricultural negotiations, which however has not been the subject up to now of an equal level of ambition from other developing and emerging countries. At the same time, the Commission is carrying out bilateral and inter-regional negotiations with a large number of trade partners. The repercussions on the European agricultural sector of all of these concessions, as well as the ongoing agricultural negotiations, are causing us considerable concern. In this framework, Madam Commissioner, we call upon the Commission to guarantee the multifunctional character of EU agriculture, as well as the European model of agricultural food production, which is a strategic factor for the European economy. I'd like to stress that concessions made to the detriment of agriculture can under no circumstances be carried out in exchange for increased access to the markets of our partner countries of European industrial goods and services. In any case, we need impact studies which have to happen at the beginning of the negotiations and make sure that mutual access to markets is ensured. The Commission is also called upon to make sure that the competitive advantage of the high quality of EU products is maintained. Also, it needs to guarantee the effective protection of designation of origin, and both in the ACTA and in the WTO. So by way of conclusion, agriculture isn't just an economic activity. It provides public goods of major importance for society as a whole, whose supply cannot be guaranteed through the market. Therefore, the main challenge before us is an effective accommodation of trade and non-trade concerns. So, colleagues, the economic picture of the CAP needs greater coordination between agricultural policy and international trade policy of the European Union. And we need to make sure that the external aspects of the CAP and the internal and external aspects of trade policy and agricultural policy need to be dealt with, both when we're dealing bilaterally and multilaterally with our trade partners. Thank you, President. Thank you, says the President. You, I think, took advantage of the fact that the clock went a bit off there, and I think that was the longest 4 minutes of the evening. But anyway, at this time of night, such things happen. So let's move